guess we live again, man. I guess we live. No intro. So
Filtered.
we live, man. Unfiltered, untrained. I don't know what's wrong with my intro. What's going on? We live. Rep, what's up? We got the famed dirt dauber fabrication, Mr. Curse the Bull, all the way from somewhere up there in Tennessee. Old hillbilly man now. Come in here and chat with us this evening about some racing. What's going on? What's going on, fellas?
Same stuff, different day. Enjoying this Tennessee weather.
Yeah, it's a little better. Charleston heat, I'm sure. It was about 95 today, I believe.
83 here was the highest. It got nights raining. It's down in the low 70s right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, have you got to play with any of them Tennessee fellers lately? Taking the mud trucks anywhere yet?
They don't want that, Rat.
No,
they don't want that. No,
you got
I was telling. Go ahead, BT.
So y'all got some pretty good little tracks right there close to you, don't you? I think you said.
Yeah, we got about 15 different racetracks within 3 hours of here. And I was telling BT, there's a sand drag up there in Kentucky. It's a couple hours from here, Rhett. And what I'd like to do, we can do this as a rally point here at the house, and get some of the fast DOT series trucks, and one from each class or two from each class, how many of them we can get together and go up there to that sand drag, because their rules are kind of loose like y'all's rules are. And I think we'd fit into a bunch of different categories, and it'd probably be nice to kind of go up there and spread the name a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That's good.
That sounds like a good time. And BT's supposed to be working on a top 16 list, so he might have an idea on some good. I don't know if he's working on
it. Yeah, you know how slow my list working gets, bro. I get
well, great tape, number one on the list.
Well, I think it'd be a good opportunity to put the series out there and get some of their attention from over there at some of these other tracks. And it may draw them y'all's way.
Yeah, that'd definitely be a good time. We always like racing against new competition and checking out and see what other people are doing, what their rules are set up like, and how their facilities run. I know BT's interested in that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I always like a good trip to go racing somewhere different every year. One good trip a year we try to get in. So
that was one of the bonuses to moving here. Was after we started looking around, and I got quite a bit of people at my regular job that know the area real good, and they've turned me on to these different places. And the sand drag over there in Kentucky's pretty it looks like it's pretty good. It's looks like a high-end facility.
Is one right there somewhere close that Jason Hoskins and them be racing in Tennessee, somewhere around there.
Yeah, there's one that's Ivy Bluff. I'm not sure. I don't think we fit in their rules too well over there. Rhett's got a copy of their rules, I think, off their Facebook page. But yeah, there's another one over in Murfreesboro. It's a mud drag, and Hoskins does go over there. If I'm not mistaken, that's Murfreesboro. Let's see.
That sand drag, that's like a heads up elimination.
It is. It's times two. The Coffee County Fairgrounds, they run once or twice a year over there, and they had the Texas mud drags over there this year. That was a couple weeks ago. They had a pretty good turnout, and the Overton County Fair is coming next week. I'm gonna see who I got to talk to about that fairgrounds over there and see it, because they do a dirt bike and a UTV event over there. So I was gonna go over there and talk to them and see what they thought about, a flat track event, or a single lane mud hole and doing times kind of like Palmetto does. See if they'd be interested in something like that. And that's 20 minutes from the house here. So, and they put that thing on at the fair, so there'd be a lot of people there. It ain't like they wouldn't have a crowd.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's like old school days. There used to
Yeah.
be mud dogs at all the fairs. I don't know
Yep.
what to that.
Well, you know,
At least around
Jason King and Jason King, I don't know whether y'all realize it or not, but Jason's daddy's been doing this forever.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
and his starting days was back in the fairgrounds. And I don't, a lot of people don't know this, but I lived about, well, walking distance actually from the Coastal Carolina Fairgrounds when I was a child. And back in the early 80s, we would ride our bicycles over there to the fairgrounds when the fair would come in. And Jason King's daddy, Mr. Billy, would actually compete in the events over there. And Kit's dad actually was in some of those events over there with his monster truck. And you know, that was back in 83, 84, I think, somewhere around in there. That's the first time I'd ever seen a Corvette with paddle tires on it.
A Corvette with paddle tires. Yeah.
It was a
they had,
Corvette with paddle tires. It was called Black Magic, and that thing was fast.
what was that class where they'd run like the 160 foot and they all had paddles, and it was
That,
usually
that was an unlimited class.
unlimited.
It was an open class. I mean, they had everything you could think of. They had nitrous 4 links,
Yep,
you know, much everything.
I remember watching that as a kid, maybe in the early '90s at the fairgrounds when
Yeah.
like the Bud Light Jeep was there. It was like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
mod Jeep or whatever. Ridiculous. They had some of the roundy round cars. They looked like a super modified or whatever turned into mud racers.
Now, I hope Jason don't mind me telling this, but he's actually got a lot of video from back then, and I think he's actually posted some of it on his Facebook page if y'all want to hit him up for it. And it's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, he
You know,
shared a bunch of that. We had him on here talking. He shared a bunch of it.
We're gonna have him back on because he was like, man, I only said and told about half the stories that I wanted to tell. So we're gonna
Jimmy
definitely have
Royal.
Jason King back on. His wealth of knowledge and stories, and he enjoys telling us.
he should
Yeah.
have them because, like I say, Mr. Billy was doing this for a long time.
Yeah, Jimmy Royal said Black Magic. I don't know why my comments ain't showing up on my thing here, but you see the comments, Red?
No, I'm on my phone. I don't know what's going on.
I don't see him either, BT.
I don't know what's going on. I can see him I'm watching on my phone. I can see it, but Jimmy Royal said but yeah, we got to line that up. We have to get with the fellas and line that up one weekend, a little road trip to go up there and go do some racing. That'd be interesting. Be fun.
No, ain't no go see. You go put it on the trailer. We could come up here. We go race.
How far is that one from your house, Curtis?
That one's I think about 2 hours, Rhett. 2.5 at the most.
Yeah, so
That's
man,
back
up there
the other
and
way.
they got campers and stuff.
North.
Campers and all at your house, and we roll out
Right.
and go have some fun.
I got plenty of places to put the campers and stuff up here, so we can't put it on 20 acres. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's plenty of room, man. But we're looking, hopefully we can do some heads up racing this weekend. Might be in a mud hole, but hey.
What do you mean, hopefully? We're going to do it.
You ain't drag racing. I done told you, if you want a drag race, go
Yeah.
over there to Bowman.
That's right. It's
track and it's going to be off the tree, but it might be a little bit of mud drags, which you could get interesting.
Hey.
yeah.
Well,
It's wet now, man. It got a lot. We probably got 2 inches in the last this
I'll-
afternoon. So, but
I'll tell you this though.
we'll stay tuned. It is what it is.
We lost BT.
oh boy.
Well, at least we're still going. Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Terry will probably turn over that track 10,000 times before Saturday. So don't y'all worry. He'll turn it over till it dries out. I assure you.
Yeah, he'll get it. I try to tell him. You know how he worries about that thing, man. So
it'll be okay, man.
But I got
wear the track out.
Yeah. We done tore the backhoe up because we was gonna run a horseshoe class, but we tore the backhoe up, and we won't have a part for it till next week. So the mud hole ain't gonna be. We ain't did nothing with it. They more than welcome to run it like it is, but
might not want to.
Yeah, it might be kind of ain't too bad, but it's got some ruts in it. That's about it.
Hey, if you come in and run a horseshoe, you better bring a bad boy, huh, BT?
Yeah, because the hole ain't been touched. But I got some trucks coming, some new trucks I ain't never seen. Supposed to be coming, Red. I don't know what class they got. Some cut tire classes, and
Yeah, commenting on there.
it's gonna be interesting. I hope that hopefully we'll get that dirt diver truck down here. He still knows how to get down here. I reckon he didn't
Who's
shut the
that?
gate when he left. You man, come on down in the red truck and race with us.
Now that red truck's spoken for.
Oh, you done got rid of it, huh?
Well, not in entirety yet. The deal's not totally done on that.
That'd be a good truck, man, for somebody. Whoever's got it, that's a good one.
Well, I just hope they can figure out what to do with it when they get it, because the tune don't the tuning don't come with that one. So
Yeah.
Yep.
I see Shecky's up there vacationing, watching us at the mountain somewhere. So yeah, they somewhere up there around Clemson somewhere.
I was watching y'all the other weekend on the Facebook Live on Palmetto. So, but I thought that was pretty good. Patrick didn't turn any trucks over, so I felt like that was a successful night.
Yes. That was like the first one. I believe that's one of the first races in a while that didn't happen.
It was good racing. Nobody flipped over, but Patrick did get hit with a beer can. Whatever happened to that?
Yes.
BT? They escorted him away, or what happened?
The boy went to jail. I don't know when he got out or whatever, but
Patrick
he took a
locked
ride
him
in the
up?
cop car. Oh yeah.
So what he throw a beer can at Patrick for?
Because he was drunk, and the fella at the line they had some issues waiting on them fellas, and they said something. That boy started cussing and fussing, and they said he had to go. He chunked that beer can and hit Pat. I almost hit him upside the head, but hit him right upside the shoulder.
No, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
That's right, man. That ain't called for. What we don't put up with that shit. And so,
but I'll tell you what, that was a good track, man. It came around well. It always starts off where, I hate to say it, but sometimes the unlimited trucks, they either go or no. You know, they'll either look really good or have trouble.
yeah.
And sometimes if they have trouble, all the other guys get worried. But it was a nice mud hole.
Yeah,
I had a good time.
I kind of worried a little bit, because that's Jason's forte. Jason likes those kind of tracks too, and it kind of concerned me a little bit when I seen Jason get stuck. I think that was his second pass he got stuck in. But that was a lot. That's a lot for a truck like that to handle.
Yeah, if it doesn't get on top and it sucks up some.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of mud for those trucks to handle first out the gate like that, and then obviously for safety, you don't want to put those trucks in there after you've had 50 trucks through there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought they would have been fine
unless you groomed the track.
Yeah, I think they would have been fine that because it wasn't rough. All the mud was so slick, it went right back into ruts. Man, it was.
Michael Russ looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
How about that big old truck with the fighting bunch? The skinny Chevrolet.
Oh yeah,
made a heck of a pass on cut.
Wait a minute now. Was that a series race?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask you about that, Red. How'd that truck get into class? Is there in the series? Is he a series truck?
He
was in the unlimited.
He didn't
class.
win.
He was in the unlimited.
They tried to run every class.
He was in like there was some things going on with them and Patrick, and they ended up running for different money, I believe is what happened, and not eligible for the trophies or any of that. They were just coming.
Yeah.
They didn't realize that they couldn't run our class until they got there. So Patrick kind of stepped through extra money for him to run.
Yeah.
And then at the end, one of them, I don't know why they wanted some of the small block trucks, but they told BT and all that, we ain't got nothing for them. They wanted to run against us. So they let the blue Jeep Hurricane run in that one, and it didn't get them all.
I think he fit pretty. I didn't see where he didn't fit the rules. I thought that truck fit in the small block class.
The only one that I really saw a problem with was the skinny truck. The one with all the colors on it, the bigger Jeep was good to go. far as I'm concerned. I didn't see anything wrong with, I guess they call it Hurricane either. That thing was back on 44s. Did you see it kind of toting the tires when it was the Hurricane?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Those guys came from North Carolina, Curtis, and they ran every freaking class, changed tires like 6 times, on 3 different trucks, and they came and put on a show, and Patrick stepped up by giving extra money for them to run for.
Well, they sound like they was having fun then.
They were till something happened and they had a beer can at Patrick, and it was on.
They was till they weren't. That's right.
Yeah,
I don't know that I'd have
most
swallowed.
of them were still having fun though in the group.
I don't know if I'd have been up at that starting line like I used to be, and somebody threw a beer can at me. I don't know. I don't know that I'd tolerate that too well.
Yeah,
me neither.
Patrick didn't get them, boys. Next thing it's all about cops over there.
They might end up with that beer can somewhere it wasn't supposed to fit.
Yeah,
they ended up pretty good. They didn't. I think they handled it all right, but
that's what I'm saying. 90% of that group was awesome, and I hope they come run with us again. I give them credit, man. They ran every class, and the trucks ran well for sure. And it's good to new people, but just calm the one feller down a little bit.
I'm gonna dig into this Kentucky sand drag track up here a little bit more, and y'all see how many you got that's willing to come up here and make a trip up here and run.
See if they got any of them right, BT? We've been looking.
Rhett's looking for a Ford for bad reason. Some reason I don't know why.
Down here to race with us, haven't we, BT?
They show up sometime and do pretty good. But
be careful.
Medium Earl was doing
what you asked for, Rhett.
Medium Earl was doing great with us at
Rhett said he's bulletproof. He ain't worried about that stuff.
Well, BT keeps falling out.
What's the worst they can do? Outrun you?
That's it. I've been outrun before, plenty of times.
I hope they don't beat me up or nothing when they outrun me. We're just trying to race.
Hey, BT.
Yeah.
Rhett keeps asking for a Ford. He better be careful because I got one I can put on a trailer,
Bring that thing again. Bring it on down.
We'd like to see it come on down here and race, man. That might be that's a 30. You got 38 and a halves on that thing too, ain't you?
No, 39.5s.
Oh,
there he went. I bet he's getting nasty weather. His Wi-Fi got wet out there in the sticks where he lives.
Something happened to him.
He's gone again.
Yep, we're still rolling though. But yeah, we've been looking for some Fords, looking for some them Georgia boys to come race with us this weekend. Yeah. I know Jim and all them are coming.
I've been kicking the idea around of putting some 38.
I ain't seen y'all been.
I've been kicking
good.
I've not convinced myself to do it yet.
38 and a half.
Yeah.
You think you can make it hook, or you need some more hooking weight? You might have to add some weight to that truck. If you put smaller tires, you're gonna have to add weight.
Look at there where he went, BT.
Add weight.
You see, he done said the dirty 5-letter word. That's a 5-letter cuss word in this house.
No, not
a comment's working now.
Cut before it.
No, now cut weight's fine. That's not a dirty word, but add weight around here's a cuss word.
So you don't have to have a certain amount of weight to hook.
I've never had an issue with that. And I've heard and Rhett, I've heard a lot of people, make the comment that you got to have weight, or what if that truck hooked? Well, obviously, if the truck's hauling ass down the pit, something's happening, and obviously you doing something that they ain't doing.
Yep.
I mean, if you getting from A to B quicker than they are, obviously something somewhere is biting.
It's figuring out something. Yeah, figure out some speed somewhere. Y'all let us know somewhere in the comments if BT's dropping out, if it's all of us, or who's dropping out.
He's dropped out a couple times.
He's got to
up. I see it working. It's working.
That's
Oh,
that
heck's going on? I think it's
Wi-Fi.
that's my internet. Might be that Wi-Fi. We
The
still
fella out
going
there,
good on the live, but
the
our
fella out
two
there at the
things are
dairy
bugging.
farm must be dropped the cable in the water or something.
Ain't no telling, Bo. It acts up every once in a while. Yeah, just me. I'm the only one that's falling out. It's probably my Wi-Fi.
So, BT, have you had anybody reach out for call outs? I know you.
I posted it, man. I ain't had nobody reach out, man. They might want to do it the day of because they're scared somebody might back out. I don't know.
What kind of call out,
Are you
Threat?
calling somebody out?
I called out. Well, we called out all the Fords. Any Ford, right? David Hewlett was trying to jump on it, but I think they need to come out with a Ford swinging on old Cheesepa.
What's going on here, I reckon.
BT left us.
Yeah, he's back.
Y'all still live. I don't know what's going on. Y'all just do it without me. I'll be all right.
So I don't know, but it'll be some good chip drawing. I know that because I've heard some pretty good. I know that old Snake Fight can jump in there. That'd be a fun matchup. That's a Ford.
Rat's on the Ford soapbox for some reason, BT.
Want the Fords, though, right?
I know. Maybe some of them Georgia boys might bring some. I know Brett, they coming, but I don't know if he runs.
Kane will come and be like, I'm your Huckleberry.
There you go.
Be like, oh, that's the Fords that'll shut it down for sure. I'll tell you that.
That'd be a good one to jump on, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I don't want to really us lock horns with BT or David Hewlett or somebody that we race with like every weekend. It'd be fun if we call out or get called out. Let's do it with somebody that we don't race with all the time. And
yeah, hopefully there'll be some new ones coming out that we ain't seen. Some other we don't race with every weekend. I see Ball Peen tuned in. He might call you out. He said he'll race you.
Oh yeah,
he's want to race him.
I get it. He wants it. Hey, it might happen if we can't find them Fords.
Sooner or later, if he keeps winning, y'all both, hey, you got to find out. And it's on his tires too, man. It's 38, so
tires don't matter.
Nope.
I don't think so neither.
Nope.
I don't think. If you can swing them hard enough, I don't think they matter at all.
Yep. Get some. You got if you make a 900 horsepower, hell, it ain't bad. You turn any kind of tire you want.
Who's
ain't
making
right, Red?
Who's making 900 horsepower?
Not me.
Not me.
I thought we were over thousands. What I heard.
It might be that too. Then that's 900.
Never know.
Mine, I did wash mine. It's washed and put some new breathers on her. Maybe she can get some more air.
Rhett, you had 1,000 horsepower on that fictitious horsepower scale.
That's right, fictional, Bo. It pushed us over and we put that spacer on it.
Yeah,
that space on them 11-degree heads, they get pushing on up there. Ain't it?
Well,
right.
I call it fictitious horsepower because it's not dyno proven.
Yep.
Dyno don't put it. Yeah.
I'm good with what kind of shirt you got on there, Rhett? You got your Gibbons? Yeah, that looks like a Gibbons shirt you got on.
Yeah, them Gibby shirt.
Yeah, he's representing Gibbons.
Horsepower.
Store-bought motor. Listen at that.
All of them bought at the store, ain't it?
That's right. It's store-bought. Hey, I can't build one. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, me neither.
I can't build one like that either.
Man said he turns them. Yeah, Dave turned them 35s pretty good. That truck. I tell you when it's gonna be a good one. Is that Chandler tool.
Yeah.
The little Toyota they got. He coming.
That's another color of the rainbow, baby. We have about every color Toyota that there is. There's orange, there's green, there's purple, there's pink, silver, black, everything. I love it.
Everybody getting into them Toyotas for some reason.
I like them.
Because it's hot, right? Like in the 90s.
But then if you go somewhere and race, they want to complain about your weight. First thing you hear.
We didn't tell them to get it biggest thing they could.
Maybe the Keatons might show up. He might give you a race. I
There
don't
you
know if they
go.
broke too
That'd
bad.
be
BT,
I know. Yeah.
you know what I used to tell people when they fuss about the weight of the truck?
What's that?
It's not my fault you brought a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah. They ain't the only Toyotas they sold.
That's right. That's right.
It's all fun. But the thing I don't understand about it, they complain about a Toyota, but yet you got a full size truck with 800 cubic inches in it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, that's always been the story as long as I've been racing. I've always had a small block. I've never owned but one big block, and I didn't keep it very long. I got rid of it. I just didn't like it. And that's always been the story. It seems like I've always run against a big block. Very, very few small blocks in the unlimited. And way back when was that what they called a F class.
Yeah.
So it's always been small block versus big block as far as I'm concerned. But I don't let that big cubic inch intimidate me. You know what? They got to be able to hook that thing. If they can't hook
Yeah.
it, they're not going forward. While
That's a fact.
while they sitting there digging 4 holes, they're gonna be looking at the back end of my truck going down the track. So
It'll
oh
hook and go. I tell you something, fellas, with Cassidy, man. I think he foot braked that thing at Palmetto, didn't he, Red? I
yep.
think
Hey,
that made a little difference too.
no man, turn that thing loose as hard as you can off the trans brake.
Yeah.
shifted at 8,500 RPM.
Shift as
I
high
know.
as you can.
Wait till it bumps the rev limiter before you shift.
I want you
But
to
see, that's
leave.
the thing.
I want you to leave harder than your cam can turn. Right?
Oh yeah. But see, that's the thing about mine. I can't even turn 8,500 RPM, so I damn sure can't
Oh,
hit the rev limit shit.
Put it on the floor until it bumps the rev limiter and slap it in the high.
No,
that
I like
kills
mine shifted. So.
people. Get out there about, I don't know, should have shifted quarter track, shift about 3/4 track. You listen to the thing
Yeah.
for about 3
Yeah.
seconds. Like, man, I don't know if they got enough motor or not, but man, if once you bump that chip, it's slowing down. You should have shifted. You know
Yep.
I wished I could turn that many RPMs.
what? $8,000.
Yeah, that's not even in. No, I can't do that. Scared I might hurt something.
Yeah. Last time I seen you run, you and Brian Green having a revving competition, and I was feeling sorry for that big Ford over there. Curtis is wrapping up, who knows, 10 grand or something, cleaning it out. Brian's over there wrapping that big block up like 9 grand, cleaning it out.
You clean it out, no doubt.
Wanting to go.
Hopefully, man. Well, then we got next weekend, Rich. You got some horseshoe racing next weekend, don't you? The
Yeah,
team, you get your team.
team challenge. Not on the team yet. We still got to figure out breather issues. That thing, with that breather we had on it, I can't believe it did as good as it did because it doesn't even want to idle. Did you see it smoking on the starting line? Black smoking, loading up.
I was in the truck. I didn't pay no attention. I was in the truck when I was behind you.
But we got to figure that out.
Got to feed it.
Got to feed it.
Got to feed it.
Got to get that air to it.
My fabricator man done moved 10 hours away now.
Ain't no 10 hours. You'll have
9
It's a
hours,
long trip.
9 hours and 10 minutes. Or something.
six and a half.
Oh yeah, right. Not from my house.
Not from your house, no.
Yeah,
No,
that's
when nobody told you to try to live out there in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle.
out there in the ocean, huh?
Yeah, right.
Cassie says the ice cream man's gonna be there.
That's what I'm talking about.
He'd be ready. He's ready for that tree.
So
We got cheese flavored ice cream. They make that.
What'd you say?
So Red, you going to a horseshoe race?
Yeah, maybe next weekend.
Where is that at?
Orangeburg.
Uh-oh.
The Hares are having the Pick Six Challenge.
You can't race that truck in horseshoe. It won't run a horseshoe.
I didn't do too good at the horseshoe last time, but That was probably a little on me and a little on the air cleaner.
Yeah. Is it
Times
muddy?
before done pretty good on a horseshoe.
Yeah. How muddy is it?
I hope it'll be muddy. Last time we were there, they told us that the small tires couldn't run in the mud because they were going to get stuck. And it wasn't that bad.
It'd be a good one. If they get in the rain we getting, it might be muddy.
Yeah. They got some good clay at that track, so a little bit of water shouldn't hurt it.
That's right. And they've
Yeah.
got good and all. They'll pump it all out of there. Tony and them always put in the effort at their track for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put in the work for that one. That's for sure, no doubt.
Yeah,
But it's going to be paperclip racing, right? BTs, I think. I
think it's a paper clip. I think it's got a damn tabletop in it. I hear him say the other night. So I don't know what class that's gonna go, but I watched some of the Kings of Muds live the other night, and they were talking about a tabletop. So
okay,
we'll see.
jumping.
Yep.
We can't only go straight, so we don't know about a tabletop.
I know. I have a hard enough time staying on the ground in a flat pit, much less jumps. Like a grasshopper, you know. BT keep flipping in and out on us.
You get going fast enough when you hit one side of it, you should land past the mud on the other side.
Yeah.
The last time and the time before in Orangeburg, there's a little hump in that pit over there on the side by the bleachers. Me and Mike went flying. I think we're the only two to do it, but flying like at least 30, 40 feet in that mud hole when you hit that little bump. And it's just a little bump. That's like I don't remember where we were. The guys with Playing Dirty came that dodged with the small block, like 4 Kids of Nitrous or something.
Right.
They're from Alabama. But they were out there and they were like, man, there's a hump. It might have been Fast Tracks. There was like, there's a hump out there in the middle. We're going to get airborne. And we were all looking at it and we were like, man, there ain't no way in hell they're going to get airborne. They got out there and that truck stood up on that bump out there. I think you were at that race at Fast Tracks with Ronnie and all.
I might have been.
I believe you were. I believe you won that race. That's the year. One of the years you won 2 years in a row, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 years in a row. 19 and 20 or 20 and 21. I can't remember.
That was, man, with a hell of a lot of good competition. That's
Yeah.
when we had me and Johnny, and that was before old Robbie. I don't know what happened to Robbie. I hear he's building a small block truck, but time will tell.
Yep. There's
Like
your Ford, because I know he's going to have a Ford.
Yeah, gonna have a Ford. I'd like to see that little white F-150 again, man. That thing was fun to watch. He'll run it in the mud. He'll run the flat track.
BT didn't pay his internet bill now.
He must have done something because we're still connected. He just doesn't have much service, I guess. Even if his place is muddy this weekend, man, that'll be a lot of fun if it's a little slick and not just a traditional flat track, if you know what I'm saying. We've been talking about trying to have like a mud drag, and that would be interesting.
I think that would be. I would even come to something like that.
Maybe we get you over there.
There he is. Rhett, check your text messages, because I thought I sent you that link to that Kentucky sand drag.
Okay.
That's, aside from Ivy Bluff, that's the next closest one. I think that the rules are close and the same. But I'm going to dig back through my cell phone when I get to work in the morning. I'm going to talk to that boy in the pipe fitting shop, and get some of them links from him on these tracks. I'll send them to you and text them to Knucklehead there.
Yeah, we'll have to post them up and see if we get some guys interested and maybe like have a little base camp at your place because it's such a far ride up there. And
yeah, there's no point in people. There's no point in people trying to. No point in people trying to make an 8 or 10 hour trip. You know, they can shack up right here. You know,
That's right. Split it in two. Be a good time.
kind of makes me wish I didn't sell my camper, but I get the apartment over top of the barn down there finished. You know, it'll have running water and shower and stuff like that in it. That'll be easy enough.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I know
But get
most of these have campers. Most of these dudes.
yeah,
See,
let me phrase that. Get the apartment over the barn refurbished.
I don't know what's going on.
You
Our
I
still
don't know
ain't
what's
son
figured
going
it
on.
out.
here.
I don't know what's going on with this thing. Keeps kicking me off. I can see y'all, but I can't hear you, and I don't know. But
So
y'all
how about
still live. I can watch you on the thing.
JBE this weekend? BT JBE bringing some parts. Y'all haven't done a
I
part.
don't know. He said he's coming.
He's
He'll be
Ford
glad to
man.
come do a. Yeah, he said he's coming. I went and some fellas bought a new Ford truck yesterday.
There you go. JBE
A
might know.
big Ford truck. A big Ford truck.
Giant one.
A freaking a giant one. A real giant one.
Is it yellow and purple?
It is.
Are they bringing it to Branchville?
He said he was going to try to bring it and run down the flat track. I told him he bring it, do what he want to that thing, run through the mud hole, whatever. It don't matter.
Hell yeah. I'd like to see that thing do something. Drive over some cars or rip a car in half, hook it to a tractor and rip some cars in half or something.
Yeah, they had to get the low boy to haul it. That's what they was worried about, having to haul it. So
How much you
Get
reckon that?
Gavin.
what he
Get
say?
Gavin to bring his beater car out there and let JBE run over it.
There you go.
Damn.
Let
I
him.
got a beater car that might try it.
The loser, we'll have some grudge races, and the loser gets run over by the damn, what is it called? Like,
Lucifer. He said he's gonna change the names. He said he ain't having no he said he ain't having no Lucifer in his yard.
I bet I know who bought that.
He's changing the name for that. So
Put somebody in the beater car and let him chase them around. If they get caught, it sucks to be them.
Yeah. If it catches you, I'm sorry. Well,
Yeah.
hey, Tony, if you're watching, this is a new element for the new element for Tony's beater car race. We're gonna y'all ever watch the battle bots back in the day where they have the bots fighting and then like the music changes and the big giant one comes out there and just like destroys the hell out of them? Well, we're gonna have Lucifer driving around out there and sucks to be you.
yeah.
If you get caught.
Oh, they'll probably have it there. I guarantee you they'll bring it to that race.
That's me chasing them beater cars.
That thing's unreal when you look at it. They said they had to when they got to chain the shack. Hold on, let me get it right. They got to take like come-alongs and pull the shocks closed so it's short enough to haul.
Yeah. That's like you go to Iron Horse or one of them big drive around places, and all them trucks are. And they seem to be 20 feet tall, dude. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's nuts. Like dinosaurs.
Here we go. They're kicking me off again, man.
You still on there?
No,
Oh,
you see them out here on the interstate sometimes on the lowboy trailers with the little small training wheel tires on it and the big tractor tires, skinny tractor tires like Twitty puts on his truck and stuff, stacked up on the front of the deck. They're coming from somewhere. They got a mud park up here somewhere where it's one of them big to-dos like they have down there in Georgia where it ain't nothing but a big old swampy, muddy area, and they just go out there and ride around it and play in the mud and bog down and drink beer and listen to radio. And
yeah.
there's one somewhere around here. I'm not sure.
Man, what kind of horsepower do you have to drag that thing through the mountain? Great. Yeah.
No, it's when you see them, they behind a tractor trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, the one I passed the other day coming home, it was behind an old Peterbilt. But they were headed west on 40, so I was told there's one of those mud parks somewhere down there south of Nashville. So that's probably where we're going.
David wants to know what kind of ball peen wants to know what kind of lights we running. The green one means go. Is all I can tell you.
If you see the green, you're late.
Yep. We're probably gonna run the instant tree like we always been doing. So, not the pro tree or whatever they call it, instant green, whatever they call it. So
Same as last
that's
time.
good. Yep. We about got it figured out.
Red light will catch you.
We might try it.
Remember, when the first dude stages, y'all, you got to go up there in stage 2.
Yeah, you can't double bulb them.
Well, even if they activate the first bulb, you only got 6 seconds. They're just going to kick you out.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what we had last time. 2 trucks would pull up. One would go up there and stage. The other one wants to rev it in neutral and rock it and rev it and all that. And then it DQs them and throws them out. And they can't figure out why. You got to go up there when
Together.
you kind of look at each other. When the first dude stages, you got to go stage. And that's how it hit the drag strip, too. The tree will throw you out.
Yep.
The tree has the final say.
That's right.
Yep. I think we're gonna turn it on like we did last time with the remote too. That changes all that because you don't.
Okay.
Because if you do it, if you let the tree run it by itself, it'll time them out. But if you run it off the remote, it won't.
Yep. Because we don't want anybody getting burnt down.
Yeah. And all that remote knows does is turn the tree on. It don't turn the green light on or nothing. It just turns it on so to start for the time you out. It's still time you out, but you see what I'm saying?
Yep. So how about hoods? Are we gonna let them throw hoods off at a certain point? If it starts,
we'll talk about the drivers meeting. But I don't want nobody coming there without a hood. You know what I mean? It says full body.
Right. Yeah, man. Like first round or after second round or something. Maybe after third round. But if we're gonna do it, we need to let everybody know when or whatever, So
yeah, we'll discuss all that drive meet.
Show up with your hoods.
You got to have a hood. We're gonna do a buyback, either 1 round or 2 rounds. Second round, after the second round buyback, we'll see.
And the only class that we know of that's running heads up is the 0 to 38, right?
0 to 38. So everything else is on time, unless we have I think I have a pretty good crowd of cut tire trucks, and if they want to unlimited or whatever, I mean they can run. We'll put them on a tree too if they decide everybody wants to run it.
Heck yeah.
Well,
the thoughts behind the one class is to sort of force everybody together.
Yeah.
Is what we're trying to do, because there's a lot of guys that can run their bigger tires that have the 38s, and the little guys can step up. We're trying to make it one pretty good sized class, because man, if we can get 16 trucks, that'd be a pretty good race.
Yep. Single elimination, like Jessica said. It'd be a single elimination, and you can buy back once within the first 2 rounds or 3. It'd be the 3 rounds. After that, you can't buy back. So
what kind of payout you gonna do on that?
Well, we're gonna do it's $100 entry, and then we'll probably add some money. I ain't gonna put it out here because if I got 50 people show up race, I mean, but it'll be some added money. We always paid out, so I don't want to say something I ain't got no crowd pay out, but we always had 8 truck minimum on the payout anyway, so
I'm sure
it'll be added money.
We've had a bunch of people calling and feeling around, so I think it'll be a good one. And it's something different in the middle of I hate to say it, but kind of become the same old when everybody does the same thing every other week. This is something just a little bit different,
Yep. I hope it draws it's been drawing some interest. Hope we have a good crowd. So we'll see. We'll see. You don't never know, boys. Can't never tell, man.
And it's at night. That'll be a good thing.
Yeah, we ain't starting racing
late
till
afternoon.
5, so it won't be but 100. It won't be 105.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Curtis did.
He froze up.
He blanked off or something. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking for a good crowd of truck spectator count. I don't know. We sold probably 30 spots on the radio. If anybody else wants a spot, call us. But like I said, you don't never know, man.
That's right.
We'll do what we can do.
Middle of summer when it's hot.
Yeah, and it's hot. Like I said, we pushed it to 5 o'clock. We didn't want to be there at 12. So
that's right. That's the thing, man. If you start racing at 8 o'clock at night.
Yep.
The time the first class is done, it's non.
Yep.
No,
It gets late quick.
older than we look, maybe we look older than we are. I'll leave it up to y'all. But about 10:30, 11, man, I start getting a little tired.
Yeah, that's my bedtime. Yeah. I hope I'm into bed by 10:30. That's for sure.
And then you get that adrenaline rush when you're racing, and then you
Yep.
get that crash on the way home. That adrenaline crash. Come on.
Yeah, and you don't want everybody driving home 1 or 2 o'clock at night neither. So
Be another thing that everybody that's there to kind of make sure you're around and be at your truck, and when we're drawing chips, get over there or send somebody for
yeah,
you.
we get all stretched out. I got the chips and all. I got to get some more entry papers, get it on there, and hopefully have a good crowd. That's all I'm looking for. Hope the weather holds off. Hope we don't have another monsoon. But like I say,
Hey, you never know this time of year.
it ain't no telling. Like I say, we'll plow it and see what it does. It is what it is.
I'd enjoy kind of a pedal fest mud race out there on the flat track. To be honest, I think that'd be a wild show and make for some wild video.
It'll be good. You know how Daddy is. He'll worry about that thing, that track. So you only can do what you can do.
He'll churn it a million times.
Yeah, it's wet. I mean, it's probably got 6 inches of water on it when I went down there earlier.
Jeez.
Anybody heard anything out of Gavin and Johnny? Because there was supposed to be a big old $5,000 race, and
Gavin's supposed to been working on his, from what Patrick said. So
Johnny's in the lead right now, though, right? With like half pass.
Yeah, with half passes. Right? Yeah, something.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Right? Best of 3. So
yeah. I don't know what they got going on, man.
What the heck?
It's
Ford
I don't know. Yeah. Them Fords, man. They catching the devil. They got a bad time this year.
Ford's catching the devil.
They got a bad run of luck. I don't know when the last time they made a full pass.
Man.
Yeah,
hoping for some I feel sure Willis and all them Georgia boys. I see Cody and all them supposed to be down here. He gonna run the 38-inch class. That thing got a Ford motor in it. What kind of motor that thing got in it, Red?
That's a Ford.
There you go.
Ford. That might be a good one.
There you go. Be the one you can call out right there.
That orange and green would look pretty together.
Yeah, that'd be a good race, man. If he'll take it, I don't know if he'll take that race. He might.
Think he wants it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Then we might put the air cleaner back on for him.
There you go.
Big shout out to Cody, though. Cody comes over to me, Curtis, at that race. He goes, "You running that air cleaner?" I was like, "Well, maybe." I was thinking about it. And he's like, "You better not run that." I was like, "All right, we'll choke it down and let it live."
Yeah.
Big shout out to Cody.
Put the hairnet back on it.
I put the top on it. Cody goes, "That was 40, 50 horsepower, maybe." I put the hose on it. He's like, "Isn't it 20, 30 at least?" I was like, "Dang, so we're down like 75 horsepower now at least?" He's like, "Yep."
You talking Cody Green?
Yeah.
He said, J Tool said we need to have a flag wars. They still have the flag wars race up there and had that thing in Virginia, didn't they?
Yeah, I was talking to Cody about trying to do that for our last race we had there. I thought that'd be a lot of fun, man. You have to, have $100 bill in your flag, and if you lose, you got to give up your flag and $100 bill or something.
There you go. That'd be a good thing. Bring some flags. We'll do some flag wars.
Who can end up with the most flags from the other states? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Who's the top headliner?
Wait, well, didn't the Kings of Mud fellas, didn't they have their 38-inch shootout this past weekend?
They did. And it was, I'm not gonna say I'm glad I didn't go, but it definitely was not our type of track, because it was, did you see it? It was
I did not.
It was a jump on hard pack, land on hard pack, go to like a little mud hole, and hit a little jump. So it was
okay.
it was like a hard pack hill and bowl kind of, which looks
Okay.
fun if you have a truck built for that. But
Yeah, that's right.
I think we would just fly in pieces, to be honest.
Probably. You go fast enough, you just fly across the hill and end on across the finish line.
Yeah.
Just jump the whole thing, right?
Yep, just jump the whole thing.
Put your rudder on the back of it so you can turn the corner and go back the other direction.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Talking the good old days of like the NMRO, right?
Yeah.
Back before the MRA, now that will not run in any type of mud at all. They do all them fast trucks and them mud holes, and that was wild.
Well, I also saw something with dang Madden was doing something with SMO for something, a DOT tire shootout deal or something, I think they said.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't see it either. Somebody sent me the link on it and I didn't watch it neither.
Yeah, I saw Maddie was going there. Maddie Rollins was on here several weeks ago.
Yeah.
A bunch of them are going. That should be a good time.
We get it. I think we're supposed to have a little extra access DOTs series thing there too.
Yep.
And that's in about a month, I think. We ain't got another points race till freaking September.
And what you're doing this weekend is kind of preemptive to that, to where you're sort of taking the gloves off, but they're really coming off at Matt's because it's big tire rules only, right? Any suspension, just full body. We're gonna see who's got it at that track.
Is it a DOT tire or is it a cut?
DOT.
We want them big, huge horsepower guys to have to make it hook. You know?
I wonder if they gonna run that on a straight line mud hole, or how they gonna run that? I wonder.
It's supposed to be on the flat track. Heads up.
Okay. Heads up. Okay.
So any suspension on an uncut tire, it's just got to have a full body.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think Aftershock falls into that category.
That thing ain't gonna leave in the carport.
Okay. Did pretty good your track. I took money home with it.
Yeah.
It might have heard there's some Toyotas down here, huh? Them mini trucks might not want none because we know them big Fords don't like them Toyotas a whole lot. Does that one feel the same thing?
That Ford's not worried about them Toyotas.
It's scared of the mouse. The little mouses running around. That big elephant's over there, like, oh.
It ain't scared of nothing.
I agree. Hey,
that's
the way to be. Don't be scared.
Look, I ain't scared. I ain't scared to say it. Brian had a big old set of balls the way he drove that truck, because the first time I crawled in that thing and drove it, I'm gonna tell you, I learned to respect it real quick, because that truck gets your attention in a hurry.
It's a good running truck.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I kind of put two and two together with that. Brian was brave enough to run inside of a burning building and drag people out of it. So driving that truck probably wasn't nothing to him. And I wished I could drive that truck half as good as he drove it. So Brian wasn't scared of it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't scared of it, but I respect it.
Yeah, it's probably a little lighter with him in it too. That's probably a little.
What are you trying to say, B?
I'm just saying about the cut weight thing we was talking about.
Yeah, well,
I got
because I got a little garden gnome that's got a long white beard that's about 5'6". He'll crawl in it and drive it too.
That's fine. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got a fella that works with me, big drag race. He's a big old fella. His car runs like 5 somethings. I said, damn, boy, you put me in that thing, we'll get that thing in the 4s, bro.
Curtis keeps his driver in his back pocket. He just pulls him out.
Actually, down in Carolina this week, he was talking about going over to that thing y'all having this Saturday. But
tell him to
come on.
BT, have you ever seen him before?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. That's your cousin or something.
Yeah, he looks like a little garden gnome without the little pointy hat on.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
But He can reach the pedals in it pretty good, I believe.
Yep.
Because he smoked them pretty good down in Cobbtown with it.
Yeah,
I think he made some.
he drove that truck better than you ever have, right?
I know. I'm not scared to say that.
He was driving the Ford too. He just drove the little red truck.
Ford.
No, drove Aftershock before.
Okay. Tell him
He
to bring him
actually
on down.
he actually fits in it a lot better than I do because him and Brian is about the same height.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't hardly fit in anything, do you?
No. No.
Other than the crew cab pickup with the seat in the back.
Seat moved all the way back.
That's right.
Well, you try being 6'6", 300 pounds, and you tell me.
That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't got to worry about that.
No.
No, you don't. Because I think you taller than your daddy now, ain't you?
Oh yeah.
Well, see, that's what y'all
Which
need.
Walker,
Put Terry in that purple monkey.
man, he won't run that thing. No.
You take 50
Talking
pounds
about,
off that truck if you put it in there.
yeah, but you say you talking about respected or scared of it? Yeah, he ain't gonna. He say he's too old. The thing hurts his back, hurts everything.
You would
I
really
believe
respect
if
it.
I if it make him mad, he'd get in it just to prove a point.
Man, he might. I don't know. He don't care. No, he didn't. You see what he went to Orangeburg and tried to drive it, and they put the chips in backwards, and it wouldn't turn but about 3,000 RPMs.
That was
They did that accident, right?
Yeah. I don't
let
know what's
little
wrong
Archie
with
get,
it.
let little Archie get in that second growth spurt, and then y'all put his little butt in there.
Yeah, he'll drive it.
Well, Archie says he's already carrying the weight for Team Grape Ape.
Yeah.
He said he's
Well,
the one
from
winner circle and collecting cash.
Yeah.
he's yeah.
He's getting it done now, no doubt.
Archie and Corey's doing arcade. Them two this year, they're fun to watch. Every year
Yep.
there's young guns around doing their thing, but those are the two this year for sure.
I watched him in that live feed at Palmetto, and he sure mashed it now.
Oh, he'll mash it. I think when they was at Orangeburg last time, Tony got in there ride with him. Tony said, he ain't doing that again.
Really?
Yeah, Tony said, no, he scared me.
Tony will run them Fords around that horse too, so he won't get in there and let Archie drive. Oh my God.
But that thing's a lot different when you're in the passenger side now.
Well, when you're in a Toyota, you get going fast.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
They feel that speed. Felt Archie's speed, and we're like, oh no.
So who was riding with him at Palmetto, BT? Was Sheck in there with him?
Yeah, Shecky was in there. He wears Shecky out, though.
Well, Shecky don't act like he's too scared to ride with him.
No. Shecky does a lot of. It's just I don't know. I tried to let him get me ride with him. He wouldn't let me ride with him.
Who, Archie?
No, Shecky.
Oh,
I tried to let me get ride with him instead of Shecky. Shecky, no, I'll ride with him.
Shecky wants him to keep that thing on 4 wheels.
Yeah, I turn it loose. You got a roll cage in it. It'll be all right.
BT might grab the wheel and do the wrong thing. He's trying to help the boy out here.
Yeah. Brett, tell Daryl Kelly, come on down. We'll be here Saturday. Y'all bring him on down here.
We're always looking for
Maybe.
people to
Hopefully
come.
Mr. Steve will show up. I like to see Steve show back up and run with us.
Steve Hahn, for sure.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Steve Fountain. What's going on with his track? I'll run up there if he can get it going.
I thought, was they racing that this weekend? There was some new race this weekend somewhere up there they was going to, I think.
Okay.
hey, Steve, we got mud up here in Tennessee and sand.
Hey, we got mud over here.
Yeah.
We had mud at Palmetto. There's a cheese puff in South Carolina, though.
I had Jay Lynch reached out to me about coming to race, so we'll see how that goes.
There you go.
Is that truck still full body?
I don't believe.
I didn't think so.
Speak for him, but I don't.
I don't think
He was asking me, I thought the bed was cut out of it too.
Yes, sir. But there's a class.
We'll put you in there.
If that goes, man, it's always the fastest truck that heads up.
He
Yeah.
had a call out against somebody in the Texas Mud Drags. I wonder how that went for him the other day, or has that happened yet?
No, that ain't happened yet. I don't think. I think that's the next race, whenever that is.
Now, see, they have some of them races too that's not far from here, but I need to find out from Hotchkins where them races is at, because I know they're not far from here.
I know in October they're going to Southern Thunder,
Time.
Cobbtown. So
Yeah,
a bunch of us are definitely going to go there. And Cody already said that he'd have some type of class that most of us can run because,
Yeah.
as you know, they want to break out the scales and they want to make us weigh
no,
30 pounds or something. And
they
Do they
bumped.
weigh them
They
trucks?
bumped ahead. They
I think they
they
got a
bumped.
3,400
Yeah,
pound minimum or something.
okay.
on the pro stock trucks like mine, I don't think there's but a 200-pound weight break for a small block, and they bumped ahead with that weight rule.
Yeah. I think the trucks like yours, I want to say they have to weigh 2,400 pounds. I want to
And
say.
20, 30.
2,600-pound with a big block.
Yeah.
Yes, that's.
Oh,
But they seem to have a bunch of trucks and some competitive races.
Yeah, everything's got a big block in it though.
They do.
yeah, they got some big cubic inch motors, no doubt.
Well, Sonny's making them over 900. Sonny's making them over 1,000 now. Um,
Well, Sonny ain't making nothing, right? Poor Sonny, right?
yeah, well, 959s. I think
Sonny's
I've seen some
awesome.
959s, and I've seen one close to 1,000 cubic inches in a mud truck. So
Woo. How big is 1,000 cubic inch piston? About as big as BT's head?
Jeez.
it might be got a dome on it about like that too.
A little bit of
That's a
valve.
lot.
I see
They
his
got
two
them, man.
valve reliefs. I see the two valve reliefs right there shining in the screen.
Yeah, it picks it up. See where you going?
Who did your eyelash?
Hold on, and I'll show you what a piston out of a 959 looks like.
It's like a tugboat
We,
piston.
No, I got one.
I know we ain't got nothing like that.
I ain't never seen something like that. You have to call it something like that.
My pistons look like a Campbell soup can.
Let me see if I can turn the.
Campbell soup
There
can.
you go.
That ain't too bad. That's pretty good size. I reckon that's in Curtis's hands too now. So.
It's 5-inch.
5-inch.
Yep.
Well, you got to remember, I'm sitting there looking at it. That don't look too big, but like BT just said,
Yeah.
Curtis's hand. Put that next to a damn Coke can or something.
Yeah.
The sucker's hand's like Andre the Giant. You're like, yeah, that piston ain't too big.
There's 5
5 inches.
3/4 inch on that one.
Yeah. That's back to earlier. He joking on me about my glasses shining. He looked like he fits pretty good in that damn recliner.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a BT. It's an extra large lazy boy.
If he wears a brown shirt, he might blend right into it. Curtis is gone.
It won't take long. I'll be looking at the back of my eyelids.
That's
I'll
right.
be up there too. For too long. I'll be over there to mine.
If it starts raining a little harder and that rain hitting the roof, it'll put me right to sleep.
Yeah. I don't know if it's still raining here or not. I see Daddy done call him. I gotta call him back, see what he wants. He might be.
He's over there at the track freaking out. BT, we not having a race. BT, we having a race. BT, we not.
Yeah, he be worried about that thing.
But it ain't but 7 o'clock here, so it ain't quite bedtime. So
Oh, so you across the line. Okay. You up there.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good little ride.
yeah, I'm just across it.
Okay.
But we stay on Eastern time because we so close to it, and then where I work at is on Eastern time. So we stay on Eastern time. All the TVs and everything in the house is set on Eastern time. But it kind of it's good in a way because you get off work late and then everything in town is still open. But this town that we
Yeah.
live in is like stuck in 1985, so they still close at 5 o'clock their time, but it's essentially an hour behind our time. So when I get home, there's still time to run to town and get stuff and, do things before they close. The bank's still open, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of be a little different. That hour time change across next town.
It takes you a minute to get used to it, but
So
you get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, the sun's up here, or 6 o'clock Eastern time, the sun's up, but actually it's 5 o'clock in the morning in town, so nothing is open. So you have to wait a little bit for stuff to open, but it's you get used to it.
So work is on your time?
Yeah, work is on Eastern time.
Okay.
And
Well,
I mean it messed with my head a couple of times when I went through town and look at the temperature on the sign at the bank when I'm going, driving to work, and it says it's 3 o'clock in the morning and it's actually 4 o'clock in the morning. It kind of messes with your head a little bit. And then 20 minutes down the road, if your phone is on auto, where it switches from time zone, your phone switches back and forth. So you have to take your phone and turn your phone off to where it don't switch, or it'll drive you batty because it can't make its mind up what it wants to be, what time it wants to be.
yeah,
So we don't really know who all's coming, but maybe we could take some pics on the 38 class before we jump off of here. BT. Who do y'all think
that's cool, man.
the 38.5 class?
Well,
I'd like to pick myself, but I don't think that's happening. But
I'm gonna make a pick on the 38.5 class, and this is his tire. He likes it. He's liked it for years. I'm gonna say if Jimmy Royal shows up, y'all gonna have your hands full with him on a 38.5.
that'd be a good one. That's a good pick.
Curtis is going Georgia on us.
No, I'm not
He's
going
going.
Georgia. I mean, I'm just, from what I've seen and what I know, I believe Jimmy's gonna be a handful.
He done turned his back on his BT. He left South Carolina. He's in Tennessee cheering for Georgia.
And picking Georgia. Ain't that something?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just speaking the truth. Jimmy's hard to beat on that tire, and he
Yeah.
knows it. Y'all know it.
I don't know if he's got the motor back in the white truck.
And that's why I was laughing, because I think something's going on with the Bronco, but Jimmy's been cutting him down with the little mean green.
Yeah, little mean green.
That thing has been kicking butt, and I was actually gonna pick Jimmy Royal too, but I can't because you did.
Yeah.
Let me see. 38.5. Who the hell? Like I say, I'd prefer to pick myself, but I think, I'm having a little issues right now. So let's see. Hell, I don't know. Let me take the Thriller. Or whatever it's called. I'll take Michael Jackson. Michael Todd.
There you go.
I think that'd be a good one.
That's one of them dirt dauber trucks. I think it is.
Yeah.
He's got that new power plant in there redone. So
that thing's got great power.
That'd be
if somebody's looking for one, I got a 588 cubic inches set up for 3 kits of nitrous. It'll make about 1,800 horsepower on the gas if you know anybody wanting one. And it's all brand new stuff.
It's a Ford?
There you go.
Chevrolet motor.
Okay. I'm about to say, Gavin might be hunting.
So who'd you pick? I got kicked off again.
I'm going to go with the ice cream man, Cassidy. I was going to go with Jimmy Royal,
but
ice cream man.
There you go. He'd be a good one. Think about it, slipping up one light.
Too. There's a bunch of killers. Maybe Louis will show up.
Yeah, he's got that truck back in.
The real Louis. Louis's been struggling a little bit, but y'all don't worry. When that thing shows up right, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a good class, man. 38, that's a lot of different.
A bunch of people that can show up and run that.
Yep.
So if you think you're a driver, it's all about the driver in the BT. You got to lead.
Yep. Yep. You better be ready on that tree.
If
I wasn't running in practice, but everything's wet, so.
And if it's muddy, I really gonna tilt harder towards Jimmy because he likes a muddy track.
and
Yeah.
he'll hold it.
It's muddy. It's probably gonna be muddy.
Yeah.
That thing's pointing wherever. He'll still be driving it and holding it. So
Jimmy don't care.
Yep.
he don't care.
Now, obviously, everybody knows me and Jimmy don't like each other when we hit the racetrack, and sometimes when we're not at the racetrack. But anyway, you got to give the man credit where it's due. He's been doing this a long time, and if that track's good and muddy, he's gonna be a handful, unless somebody puts him out early.
Well, if you put him out early, he might get to come right back because I believe BT said there's a rounds one-time buyback. So
one-time buyback.
Better jump on him and try to get him once, huh?
If he's on here and he's listening, Jimmy, don't you let me down.
Yep. I don't know. This thing keeps kicking me off. I got to get on here and find out what's wrong with this thing again. Reboot it, I reckon.
You need to call desk at IT.
Yeah. I don't know. It does this every once in a while, but I guess we'll see y'all. Whoever's coming, we'll see y'all Saturday. Gates open at 2, racing at 5. Branchville Mudball. Call and get your spots if you need them.
Yeah, and remember, BT is still accepting call outs from anybody to who, not just from somebody to him, you know.
Yep.
Anybody wants to come out. G-Spunk's looking for a Ford.
Anybody wants a first round call out, Jimmy? There's your Ford right there. Come get them.
Man, good. You get him the first round, you get him the second round, right?
That's right. That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, Curtis, it's good to chat hollering at you, Bubba. Glad to see you and talk to you.
Yeah, y'all keep it in mind. We'll be back up and running here soon. So, you know, everybody's afforded the same opportunity that Cassidy took advantage of. So, if y'all want something like that, all you got to do is reach out.
Yep.
Y'all know,
hook you up.
But you better act quick because I'm waiting on the dang Amish to build him a barn so I can bring him this little orange sucker.
Well, there's already 2 in line, so
hurry, get him out the way.
There's 2 in line waiting on the new shop, so you better get in line.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess we'll see y'all this weekend. If you don't,
you got them spots for weekend?
I might have to find it. I clean my desk up and I don't.
Rhett, I'll add some money to one of the classes when I get down there. I'll be down there tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
So
man, text me. I might tomorrow or Friday.
You hear me, BT?
Yes, sir. I hear you. That'll work. That'll work. Holler at us.
I'll add some money to one of the classes.
Thank you very much. $3. Still chipping in all the way from C.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know why I did with my sponsor sheet. I done lost everything.
It'll be okay.
That's the ones behind me. We'll see them. We'll shout them out. They ain't gonna miss this time.
Thank you for Dirt Dauber for throwing in some money.
Yep, we appreciate it.
This week.
No problem.
We'll throw that in the shootout class. How about that? If he wants to do that, that'll be great.
Wherever y'all want to put it.
That'll draw some crowd. That get them in there. So there you go. Got some extra added money there. Y'all come on out. We'll see y'all Saturday. Gates open at 2, racing at 5. 38 shootout. Everybody else is racing on time. So big consistency class too, Ali. I believe we have a big consistency class. A bunch of them wants coming to run that. So
good.
All right, Curtis. Stay cool up there, brother. We'll holler at you later. Red.
See some of that fresh air from up there.
Yeah, some of them Amish.
Because I ain't sending you none of it. Y'all can have all that humidity now.
Yeah, that's for good. All right, y'all have a good one.
Yep, you too.